Traders, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome to my channel. This is a live stream for November 16th, 2022. We're going to do some day trading, some education, things like that. So if you're watching this after the fact, hopefully you'll enjoy it. Just so you guys know, risk disclosure. I'm just some dude on YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not follow my trades. I have no clue what I'm doing. Just joking, but but yeah, none of this is a financial advice. So, second thing, make sure you check out my website, daytradingfearless.com. This is where, hold on. This is where you could sign up for my $99 one-time payment lifetime subscription to my S&P E-mini weekly trade zones and my top 5 trading strategies video course. This is everything that's included. Essentially, you'll get the trade zones, their support and resistance levels every single weekend for the following week, and then also over 7 hours of content on how to draw the trade zones, the waterfall trade setup, divergence trade setup, 61.8 to 70% fib pullback, and selling puts for monthly income. In this live stream, I'm going to be going over into kind of showing you a couple of those things. So this is what the members section looks like. You could access the video course through there. I also do offer one-on-one coaching and mentoring, $40 per hour, or you could bundle and get $100 for 3 hours. So these are what the trade zones look like if you use Thinkorswim. I actually have share charts, so you would just download that chart, save the drawing set, and put these zones on all of your charts. If you use somebody else, another brokerage firm, these are the top 4, bottom 4 support and resistance levels you can manually put in. So with that being said, this is what the trade zones look like for this week. Okay, so these are this week's trade zones. As you could see, kind of came down close to the bottom one. We're just trading a very, very tight range this week. We're probably going to break higher or we're going to break lower. We do have a inverse head and shoulders starting to form. Here's our neckline. I'd be looking for a potential breakdown, but if not, take this, flip it over, and go up onto the top. So that's going to be what you call it, kind of the outlook for the next couple of days to the next week. Sorry, I was just reading a comment. What's going on, yoga girl? Um, she's having dinner. So hope you brought enough for the entire class or live stream in this context, right? But so in this video, let's pull up again. We're going to do some live trading. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I know I'm always talking about being very patient, waiting for certain trades, right? Things like that. Well, tonight we're going to do a little more hyper scalping, we'll call it. Looking for smaller moves, but we're going to trade a lot more and see if we can make some money this evening. Trading the S&P E-mini 500 futures, right? So before you do anything, if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure that you've turned on the bell notification for when I go live. I usually do it in the evening session. Once or twice a week is going to be my goal to do this live. So, but with that being said, like I said, this is going to be a lot more active. Hopefully, the market actually makes some moves a little better. But this is going to be another type of trading style. Like I say, I've been doing this a long time. I know a lot of different type of trading styles, and tonight we're going to do some hyper scalping. Like I say, I know I talk about being patient, wait for the trade setup, but there are also times that people don't want to be patient. I understand that. Being a YouTuber, and an educator, I know my system doesn't work for everybody. So I want to kind of throw different flair, kind of mix things up for people that actually want to do more of hyper trading and see. Um, Hopefully, it can help them in their own day trading. So, with that being said, if you guys have any comments, anything like that, leave them below in the what you call it comment section, or ask questions in the chat room. But with that being said, let's kind of get into it real quick. Just so you guys know, this is a 1 minute chart. I'm going to be using a 1 minute chart over here. I'm actually going to change this chart this evening to a 512 tick chart. And want to know something? Let's do this. Let's put the 1 minute chart over here, and let's put the tick chart up over here. Okay. And we're going to add an RVI. Now, I like the RVI with the 512 tick chart. Just it gives better signals for divergences, things like that. But again, these are major kind of scalp type of trades. So that's why we're going to a lower time frame. Um, Over here, we'll have our 1 minute. Let's bring this down. Our 15 minute, we could see we're just stuck. Huge balance day that happened today on the market profile. Pretty much did a bunch of stuff and went nowhere. Kind of opened here and closed here, pretty much flat for the day. But I won't be surprised if we actually rally into the overnight session. The market feels like it wants to break to the downside, but I actually think it's just consolidating, creating a massive bull flag, and is going to break higher potentially. So we will see. Okay. So with that being said, let's now real quick take a look at how to read the 512 tick chart. So essentially, when the line is blue, okay, or the candles are blue, the line will be blue. When the candles turn red, the line turns red, right? Sometimes you need to wait. Just because we're below doesn't mean it's going to turn red, but there are times where this candle will turn red. It does not mean it's an entry. If anything, you need to wait for the next candle to confirm its close. So this one might have been blue while it was being made, but once it closed, it was red, and then usually you'll see a continuation. What I'm looking for are just kind of different little bounces, things like that. So we'll see. Like I said, it's 4:45 in the evening, Las Vegas time. Which call doesn't open in Japan for another 15 minutes, so we should see a little more volume come in a little bit, but we will see. Um, hey Yuri, what's going on, buddy? Made 300 bucks on the Divergence trade today. Awesome job, man. How's the Divergence trade been going for you? Are you starting to see a lot more? Are you getting more comfortable of kind of learning what to look for, what not to? So with let's see. So I'm actually waiting for either a reversal, and like I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot of hyper scalping stuff that I hardly ever teach, but using the tick chart, we're going to use the waterfall like I teach you guys, right? We're in the downtrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Just like stairs. If we break above, market will be bullish. I would love to see a break above with a reversal candle. Okay. And remember, everything I do doesn't matter if it's on a 512 tick chart or something bigger. Okay, or 5 minute, 1 minute, 5 hour, right? Daily. It's all the same rules. So I'm gonna wait for price and see. So I'm just waiting. I kind of like this setup because we're blue, we're holding it. Kind of oversold a little bit almost on here, but I'm just waiting for a potential break. Now remember, this is a 512 tick chart is not time based. It's actually based upon how many ticks there are, right? If we want, we can open this up, go to the wheel, go to the counter, and we could count down, right? Click apply, and we have 28 ticks left, right? So, Gary, I'm making money. Thank you to Super Couch or Coach, Jason. But I know what you mean, Yuri. Hey, awesome, awesome. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, hey, when you get a chance, give me a call this week. Let's catch up and say hi and all that. So, Yuri, but awesome, awesome job. Um, Yoga, why are you faster on my mobile phone? So weird. I'm streaming you on my TV. I want to know something. I actually streamed something last night after I did my live feed on the TV from a YouTube, and it was really, really slow. It was like almost like a couple minute delay, so it was weird. I would call Google and file complaint. Um, I'm joking, but so what's the difference between scalping and micro scalping? Well, scalping is essentially where we're doing quick little scalps, like just looking for a couple ticks, right? Or sorry, a scalp would be maybe a couple points, 2 points, right? Micro scalping, I would call it probably smaller, couple ticks, if that. So, so I'm still waiting for the break to the upside here. Now, if we want, we could get long, right? Sorry, short and just kind of use this high as an exit, or we could do it the other way. So let me see. Let me. Okay. So we're going to be using the ESs. I want everything as clean as possible on this, right? I don't want any false things going on, anything like that. So we're going to be scalping with the ESs. Also, when you're micro scalping, you got to be a lot quicker with kind of your orders, moving your orders, things like that. So. Just want to say welcome to everybody in the chat room. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. How's your trading? Anybody do anything good today? Did you guys make some money? Make mistakes? Anything like that? Uh, no, I did not, Yoga Girl. I actually only took one trade the entire day for a 2 point winner. That's it. I mean, look, there was nothing going on. So it was ugly day, boring day. So, but I will show you what trade I did take. today, and hopefully this will help. It was right here on the spike, right here. So we actually had a nice rally, right? We kind of had a reversal. There was some weird stuff going on with the market, weird moves, right? But I saw the divergence, right? I mean, you can even see it from here to here, here to here on the stochastic. But when we got this spike, I actually shorted right here. And the reason being because as we were moving down, I was watching the stochastic. As we spiked up, okay, the stochastic was still pointing down. We weren't, remember, the stochastic is on the elbow, right? So it'll move up, down, like, right? It'll just kind of bend up and down like this. When we were spiking, that line was still straight down. We were never spiking. So what happened was I'm like, ooh, I kind of like this setup. And so what I did was as we came up, I knew exactly where my stop was. And I knew, okay, hey, I could risk 2 points right here. It was a great trade setup. I'll take it. I'm out above high of day and just like boom, boom. But because that stochastic was a telltale, the other telltale was when we kind of were up here, this was starting to go green red, right? And I'm like, okay, normally you don't see a spike and you're still red. Again, you had to be watching it to really, really understand it. But it happened very quick, and it was a great, great trade. And that's the only thing I really saw that I really liked today. So hopefully that helps, guys. So here's our break to the upside. Okay, again, there's still nothing going on. If we break back down, I might take a short on a quick retracement. But here's one of the things, right? With micro scalping on the 512 tick, we know we can enter here. Our stop is right here. But guess what? There's 183 ticks left. If all of a sudden we close, yeah, let me get long here with a stop right here. I could risk 2 ticks on that. So, um, hold on. Hey, what's going on, Guilty? Hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming by. Um, just going through some of the comments. Um, do more? No. I didn't trade. I was too scared in that type of consolidation, so I stayed out, especially after getting my uh, bleep handed to me yesterday. Hey, good job, yoga. But here's the one thing I'll say is you can't be scared to jump back into the market. Okay, you got to be really, really understanding or kind of understand it's about the trade. This is why I preach so much. It's about the trade setup and being patient and waiting for the good trade and not over trading because you're not defined on any one trade. So hopefully that helps. Um, Guilty. End up green on the daily, but took too much trades for such a choppy day. Yeah, be careful. Yuri took the same trade is the 1 minute. Nice, nice. Yeah, sometimes like I say, you gotta be ready to jump on it. And yoga, that's one of the things is you need to be able to jump right back in after a loss. And this is why you need to set parameters and limits for yourself. Like, hey, if you have 3 bad trades, you're stopped out, they didn't work, the market's not working for you on that specific day. Shut everything down or go directly to a demo account and start the day up. And tomorrow's a brand new day. Um, that makes a lot of sense, Jason. Okay, sounds good, Crystal. So, um, again, Probably shouldn't have gone on live at 4:30. Now that I think about it, because the market's doing absolutely nothing. But I will tell you, if you're bored right now, okay, wait till the VIX gets back down to 10 or 11 during a summer. And this is what it's like at like 10 a.m., right? In the middle of the trading day. Um, so like there are times where I remember if you go back to, let's go here. And anybody who's traded since like 2019 has no clue what I'm talking about, but this is what I'm talking about. Go back to 2017, 18, right? Okay. This is a daily chart. Okay. Look at the ranges. This candle, right? Even this candle, this is a 10.10 and a half point range this day. Okay. And this was a entire evening session, day session, right? From 3 p.m. till 2 p.m. the next day, right? That's an entire session. We moved 10 points. This candle, 7 points. Okay, we moved literally 7 points in a 24-hour period on the ESs. So you got to be really careful when the VIX and volatility really slows down. It is no fun. And so while we have volatility, but this is what it reminds me of right here. Now, I like this because guess what? I'm going to jump in right here. So I'm long. Okay. My stop is going to go right below this low right here. It's 75, 75. I'm going to just look for probably 2 points or 2 ticks, right? I'm just continuing the trend to the upside. Now, hopefully, we can get filled. And this is why I like micro scalping on with the ESs because the bid, this never has to get there. Remember, I'm the best offer. If somebody comes in at the market, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. If somebody comes in and goes market order, they're going to get filled on the ask. Well, I have a contract I'm willing to sell you, right? So even though price doesn't actually go there on the at the bid side, only the ask has to, and eventually, hopefully, I'll get a fill and it'll go up. So that's why it kind of works on such a kind of with the futures, and one of the reasons why I love the futures. And I'll watch it, right? 17 by 10, 6, right? We should go, it should push it. And remember, it's first in, first out, right? There's no front running. It's just boom. I'm out, just made 25 bucks. Okay. I just made 25 bucks right now where I lost 7 last night. I think I lost 17 in the stream before. So guess what? I just made it all back in 2 seconds. This is why I say I don't mind what you call it. Now, there are times where I'll hyper scalp during the day and just kind of fire off trades too. Today was not one of those days. Today I was kind of really patient. I was busy doing other stuff too. But there, after you do this for a while, you could get really good and do stuff like that. So, um, money's still to be made though. That's so slow. Yeah, yeah. Just going through the comments, guys. Hey, also, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the or put them in the comment section. And I'll answer them if you have any questions about anything to do with the market. So think of it as it's free advice time. So if you want to pick my brain on anything, go like that, or just anything like that, just put them in the comment. Guilty. I'm on micros. So trading isn't that lucrative? Yeah. Hey, I get it. Again, but this is where it kind of works on the big contract, right? See, the big contract you can might kind of hyper scalp, right? Because it doesn't matter, because you know exactly. Like if we pull back, if this candle closes and we get a pullback, I might look for 77 in the quarter with a 76.50 stop, right? I'm risking 3 ticks, but I want to see price essentially come back, pull back, right, on the next candle. And then my stop is just right below here. But I'll probably look for 2 ticks. I'll risk 3 to make 2. But here's the thing, I have the edge, right? My edge is I know exactly we're in a reverse waterfall, which I know these tend to trend, right? We're in the upward trend. So, and guess what? Price will pull back, but usually not break below in a nice trending market. Um, Yoga, can you use that technique on short and long? Yes, you can. So that's why I love futures, right? Short ESs all day long. Can you show me an example of your micro scalp on a Breton? Well, here, right here. This is a bracket order, right? It's all automated. I know where my stop is, 1 tick below here. Okay. And if it comes, perfect. If it doesn't, we wait for the next candle or the next trade setup. Hey, Peter, do you know of any markets that still just move about 7 points in a day? Um, Man, I have no clue. Wait till summer and the VIX being at 18 or like 10. So, so here's a pullback, right? I'm sitting on the bid. Hopefully somebody comes in, wants to sell at the ask, right? So I just got filled. Now, if it takes out, I lose. I'm okay, but we'll see. And again, we're just in the reverse waterfall. That's all I'm playing. I'm playing the odds, right? Of that we're not going to break and we're going to continue this trend higher. Um, yeah, if I do the micros, I'm losing. If I can't, yeah, listen, if you want to do this on micros, you got to have like a dollar commission, things like that, right? Dollar round trip or something. And yeah, it's almost not worth it. So I'm trying to get filled right here. Boom. Out another 2 ticks. So I'm up 4 ticks right now. So we're up $50 for the night. 2 for 2. Again, if you guys are new watching this, this is a whole different style that I normally teach, but this is more just hyper scalping, using the big contract. And remember, with the big contract, I think I pay like 450 round trip, $4. So I've spent $8 in commission, $9 in commission, but I made 50. So net, I'm up 41 bucks, right? And all I'm using is what I teach, my waterfalls, right? This is what the course is all about. That I teach. It goes over what the waterfall is. all techniques is that you put an order on the um, yoga. Are you sure you want me to read this? Um, all the technique is that you put an order on the bed. Come on, this is YouTube. um, so on the bid, and then you see what the ask is. If that's part of where you're going, have to do a lesson on that, private one-on-one. Um, I'm really interested in that. Okay, like I said, everything's public. Um, so okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, so here's what here I'll explain to you guys. Um, here's what the trade is. I'm gonna walk it through. Right? Is this price? We know price is going up right now. How? Because we're making higher lows right here. Every low is higher than the previous low. Okay? That's essentially what the trade is. So just like here, we know that as price goes up, right, we're in an uptrend. I'm not trying to be smarter than the market. I'm not trying to tell you what I think is going on. I'm telling you what is going on. We see it in pure price action, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. When this candle's being formed and I see a pullback, because remember, we have the waterfall, but then we have the retracement of the waterfall on the next candle. I'm looking for a retracement of the previous candle to enter, okay, right here. And then I know if we break below the previous candle's low, my stop is going one tick below. So if I enter here, I know my stop is one tick below that. Okay. And I'm all out of the trade. I'm just trying to ride the trend to the upside. And I don't know how long this trend's going to last. This trend could last for 10 more candles for all I know. Look at this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you look, every candle retraced part of its prior candle. So as it's retracing, I'm just looking for a good risk reward entry and saying, okay, we break above, I'm out. Okay, that's it. And this is why hyper scalping like this really works really well, because we know we could take on only a couple ticks of risk. Like here, we have a new candle. Am I going to buy here? Well, if I buy right here, my stop needs to go all the way down here and plus one tick. Well, this is essentially about 2.5 points worth of risk. I don't want to do that, right? Because then I need a decent couple points to the upside. What I'd rather see is this pull back and maybe enter around this level. And the reason I entered here is because of the prior high, the breakout, look for a retest and then bounce. And so here, I know if I enter here, I only have 3 ticks of risk. Okay. Now, can I could have probably looked for a lot more reward than I did. I just looked for 2 point or 2 ticks, but that's not the game I'm playing. I'm just looking for quick little get me in, get me out trades, right? So hopefully that helps with what kind of understanding what we're doing a lot more. So yeah. Yes, yoga. I'm in Vegas. So, like I said, it's just a patience trade. But if we go back and look at the trends that we have. Like right here, if we took this trade, okay, and it falls, right? and it closes here, I might go, hey, let me lean against here, right? Because it's a body, right? And then go, hey, I'm okay risking this to maybe make this. And all I'm looking for is a kind of get filled here. My stop would go here, right? But then when this candle closed and this one opened, what I would have done is just move my stop to above this candle's high right here by one tick. I would have gotten stopped out. But think about it. I entered here and I literally took a one tick stop because I just cracked those candles. So remember, it's like just because we start like right here, I'm not going to take this trade because it's a, what you call it, a reversal candle, but I can enter right here, right? I could try and get it filled right here at 50 and literally have one tick of risk because my stop would go at 78 and a quarter with my entry for that double bottom at 78.50, right? So we're right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me one tick of risk, but watch this. I can maybe get a point. I could get four ticks for that one tick. So, but again, I don't like it because it's a potential reversal candle, right? At the high of the move. But again, who knows? Is it worth risking 1250 if you want? Maybe you enter right here and risk two ticks. Because remember, you might not get filled right here at that 50, right? You might need to jump in at the 75 to try and get filled. So, um, hey, Pete. Yes, it's a, no, it's not a 1 minute. It's a 512 tick chart. Here, if you guys want, I will share this chart with you guys. See, I would have been stopped out, right? That's why I didn't take that trade. So if you guys want this chart, I used to use this thing all the time. Think about this, right? I used to call this trade by color. When it's blue, you go long. When it's red, you go short, right? Sometimes you'll get chopped up. But look at this. If when it went blue, you could have made money. When it goes red, you could have made money. When it goes blue, you could have made money. When it goes red, you could have made money, right? Trade by color. I remember when we were kids, or if you have kids, paint by color. Same exact thing. So, think or swim, Pete. I'm using. Oh, you're welcome, Yoga. Okay, sounds good, Yoga. Yeah, trading view. I'll be honest with you. I've used it once or twice. I'm not a big fan of a trading view. I've used Thinkorswim for so long. You're welcome, Pete. Um, yeah, I've used what you call it, Thinkorswim, literally since like 2001, 2002. I remember all these tabs when I first started trading with Thinkorswim. There was only like two tabs, and then there was nothing even in all of this. Like, you know how every tab has all these different things here, right? Oh yeah, it was just like two tabs with like two things on each one. So I remember like every month they would come out and they would do a webinar. Tom Sosnoff and those guys would come out and do a webinar every time they released new stuff. It was usually every couple weeks they're adding more and more stuff in the early days to Think or Swim. It was really cool because I'd be so excited to see what new features they would add. So, and a lot of times it'd be like an hour long worth of stuff that they go over. So that's how I know Think or Swim like the back of my hand. Um, but yeah, so right now I'm not going to get long because we are in a bearish. Right, the market is actually bearish right now. If anything, I could go short. Okay, and then my stop would just be above the high of day, right? But I don't like it. It's not the right setup. And again, you want to do this on the 1 minute chart? We could do it on the 1 minute. Same exact concept, right? But the 512 tick chart just works a lot cleaner where we don't need to risk as much. Um, what else? So here we go, right? Bullish engulfment. Maybe a pullback here. We could try this, right? It's 78.75 with a 78 even stop. Could try it. Not in love with it. If anything, yeah, I don't like it. Again, you gotta wait for certain candles. There are certain trends that I'm looking for to potentially take it. So yeah, see how the 1 minute chart reversed, right? We already reversed, but the 1 minute chart's real choppy. But this is why sometimes this is a lot cleaner for this micro scalping. Because this we would have been stopped out, but here, if I actually took this, probably could have gotten a tick maybe, get along it, or even two ticks, right? 78 and a quarter. Let's try this. Here, I'll show you guys exactly, right? I'm looking for this, literally one tick, right? I'm gonna look for one tick. And I'm looking for a double bottom, but then it's just like I'm manipulating the bid ask spread. Thanks, Yoga. Yeah, like I said, I have so many different techniques and ways to trade I've learned over the years. So I'm watching this guy down here, right? 213. If we're at like 10, I'm probably not taking this trade, right? So right there, I got filled, right? I'm just looking and get filled on the upside. I got stopped out. Like I said, I didn't like it, but I just want to show you guys. So let's look over here. Market ain't doing nothing, is it? Now, here's another thing we could do, right? Try our Fibonacci's. Look at this blue line. You think that's going to act as a support level? 76.50? Yeah, probably. Why? Because it lands right at the 61.8, right? Blue line. Remember, it's a double moving average. I kind of like it. If we get down to that level. You got the 200 on the 1 minute right below it. Yeah, that trade could work. $76.50. Let's do this, right? I get it. My risk reward is totally off. I'm risking 4 ticks to make 2. I'll try it. Again, these are smash and grab trades, but the edge is understanding what's going on. Look at all this, right? Right at that 61, look what we have. A body of a doji, right? Body, a wick high, body, 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 right? Wick low is down here a little bit, but we come in and just get that quick little, I'm just looking for that quick little movement, right? The gyration of the market. It's kind of like think of it this way, blackjack, right? The odds are what the odds are, but are there ways to increase your odds playing blackjack? Yeah. If you have 2 10s, or sorry, 2 aces, the odds are better if you split them and get 2 more cards, because then you could get 2 blackjacks, right? Versus having 2 or 12. So it's kind of like we're trying to manipulate the odds, but sometimes, but like there, if we do that, then we need to, and let's say the dealer has a 10 showing and we have 2 aces, we're risking more, but we know the odds of getting a blackjack are pretty high, probably, on one of the cards, which will offset the other. So we'll see. Like I said, I just want to see a quick little flush down real quick. Bounce right off the 76.50 level. So it's like watching a grass grow. Very, very slow market. Now, one of the things I like to look at is when we make lows like this, right? What's here stopping the sellers from selling, right? A wick high here, a wick low here, wick high, a body. So sometimes just kind of watching price action, watching what price does, things like that will tell a lot. So there's a push lower, right? Now, if we could just get the bounce right back up. I think I had the boom right there. So we just got two more ticks. See that? Perfect. Everything lined up. That confluence. Okay. It's funny. I was talking with somebody today. They called me about my course and asking me a couple questions about the zones in the course, right? They're looking to buy it. And I was telling them, I'm like, not to brag, but a lot of times I could pick exactly where the price is going to go to the tick, right? And we'll find a bounce. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Literally right to the tick and then the bounce. And we just got two ticks, right? We barely took a heat, what, tick of heat on that entire trade. So, no, thanks. Again, I'm not saying it to gloat or anything, but it's just when you watch the same product over and over, this is what one of my mentors told me. When you watch the same thing every single day, you will learn its habits and you will really, really learn and understand what is actually going on. And when you start to really try and identify key levels, like I say, wick, body, 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 wick, body, right? Body, body. I know that you probably hate hearing me say it, but it's what you need to look for. That's why we bounced. We also bounced right on the 200, and we also bounced directly off the 61.8. This is why I love it. The fibs. Now, there are people that say, oh, price is all random. It doesn't, nothing is ever, it's not planned. I disagree. Things are too perfect sometimes. So, so we made what, four trades, won three, lost one. We're up 62.50. We're probably, for a 12, 16 in commissions. So where are we? 40 bucks, 45 bucks we made tonight. Not bad. No, I will say, yoga, um, if you do the micros, just understand, you might get a little bit of different movements. And this is why whenever I do this, I like trading the true, what you call it, the true contract, right? Like right here, okay, we actually had a break higher on the MES. ES is we had a double top, right? So this is the cleanest product to trade. If you do it, if you really try and micro scalp, I would definitely use the ESs for what we're doing tonight. You can trade the MES, but I'm just showing you, like right here, we had a double top at 38, or sorry, 39.80. If you're trading the micros doing the same exact thing, see, it's not going to work because of commissions, right? But also here, you don't have that double top, do you? Right? Because you have 39.75 and then only one high of 79.80. So, but again, The way we compensate for that is we have very small risk rewards. So yeah, you're risking more, but at the same time, commissions don't beat us up. Remember, it's only 5 cents or $5 a point. Sometimes I wish they had half half a ES, right? I wish they had the micros, and then if they had a mid and then the ES where it was essentially $6 per tick or sorry, instead of $5 or sorry, $1.25 per point versus 12.50 a point. I wish there was maybe like a $6 per point. Because then it would make trading a lot easier, or like kind of give you that mid range where it's not too much, not too little, and commissions don't beat you up. Oh, okay. So here, I'm watching the 1 minute. Look at this double bottom, right? Over on the 1 minute, we currently have a double bottom with divergence. Okay. A double divergence on the MACD and also on the what you call it, stochastic, right? And a break of the waterfall. This is our pullback right here. Think about it, right? You could try for the pull or even look for this 76.75 for our pullback bounce, right? Divergence. Here's our pullback, and then look for this to the upside. If you don't want to enter here, and your stop is one tick below. I'm not going to take it. I'm just kind of pointing this out. But let's just kind of look, right? Let's say we got filled at 77 and a quarter. Could we maybe ride this all the way back up to these highs? And then think about this, right? Here's our pullback of this entire move, right? But we remember we had a divergence up here. Here's our divergence here. Let me pull this up, right? Here's our divergence here and here. And then we have divergence here. Okay. So here, if we rally up, this would be essentially our kickback where we could look for a short there, or we could look for a short here. Wick, wick, body. I'd probably go right in between right here and then use this as my stop one tick above. And you're literally risking 3 ticks. Enter at 79.50 with a 80 and a quarter stop. But like I said, I don't like this trade right here. But who knows, right? I mean, look at our stochastic on this pullback right here. We're right up here, right? We should be way down here where this guy was. But like I said, feels heavy, right? Lower high, high, low, lower high, double bottom, lower high, triple bottom. This to me looks like a ascending triangle or a descending triangle. Now, if it breaks above here and this goes here, then maybe get long. Quadruple bottom. now. Watch this guy. Now, again, you want to try along here on the break above, right there. Stop goes right below. You still have the clean divergence, right? Right here. Look at this, right? Look at the histogram, right? The bars are getting smaller and smaller, even though we're down here. But the line in the sand right now is this high. We need to break. I would not take this trade unless we broke above here. Like I said, I think we're going lower because of this descending triangle. Kind of break down from that ledge. And this might just be a look below and fail. One tick, bounce off the 200 and go right back up. But this is our line in the sand, our second line, and then our third. And let's see if it's just kind of a quick flush and then right back up. So there's your flush, right? Now, if it broke back up above here, then I'd probably get long, but it's starting to look ugly. Watch this level right here. Well, so much for that. Watch this, because see how we had a gap right here? It just filled that gap, which is interesting. So, yeah, there is no liquidity tonight. This is slow. I might jump off. This is way, way too slow for me. But nice little quick kind of bounce, right? Right off that gap fill. Oh, look where else we landed, right? Wick, wick, body, body, wick, 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 or actually, sorry, I messed that one up. Right here. Body, wick, body, wick, wick, body, body, wick, 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 body, body, and came right down to it. And over on the 1 minute is that gap fill right there. So now look at this, right? Very potential look below and fail. And now we could go higher. It kind of flushed everybody. It filled that little gap right there. And just so you guys know, this gap right here is just a liquidity gap. There wasn't any contracts that traded during that. It just closed here, and then the next tick opened here, and there weren't any trades right there. So, and look at our, we rallied right back up. Right to, we got our two VWAPs, right? Anchored VWAPs, but again, slow. Alan, I never trade the NQ, only the ES. And if you are asking me which one would you trade, I would say ES for liquidity. It's more technical. The liquidity is a lot better. Um, and it's just a lot cleaner product than the NQ. I get it. The NQ sometimes will make bigger moves, but for what I do, I need something that's very liquid and very technical. Hopefully that helps. So, and yep, that was a very classic look below and fail. All this price action right here, right? And think of it this way: shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. Oh, nice job. Good job, Yoga. Yeah, as you start to watch more and more, right? Trading becomes easier and easier. I think it's, but then what happens is you got to become more patient too, right? Wait for the trades to set up, manage risk, understand how these patterns work. And that comes in with your 10,000 hours. So, but hey, let me know. Do you guys like this hyper scalping? You guys could let me know in the comments if you guys kind of like this style of trading. Is one of the reasons I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, man, these markets are so slow, but I want to be a little more active in it per se, right? Um, okay, cool, cool. Thank you for the comments. Yeah, yeah. When it's fast, like during the day, you can't do this. You'll get whipsawed. I mean, you can, but sometimes it's like the market's moving so quick. You gotta be really careful. But slow, all we're trying to do is manipulate buy on the bid, sell on the ask. If you could kind of get that right, like buy on the bid, okay, cool, I get filled. Now my order's on the ask, boom. Okay, I get filled and price never went anywhere. That's true hyper scalping. Because one of the things um is like I say, the charts will tell you where to put your stop loss. Now, again, if you do the hyper scalping, I would use this chart versus the 1 minute. Um, just for these are longer charts in the evening session. Remember, because it goes off how many ticks or trades are being executed. One, you'll get whipped around while you'll still be in the trade over here sometimes. And then if you want, Too, another way is if you think we're like about to break down, let's say this is a major level, right? And you're like, hey, if we break this level, I want to get short the market, right? Well, one thing that will help you is if we go from blue to red, you could then maybe potentially ride that wave because going back to trade by color, something like this. Here's a really good example, right? We see this big M pattern right here, right? And go, okay, hey, on the 1 minute, there's divergence, it's a double top, whatever, right? Even up here, there's divergence, right? Well, if we break below here, let me get short to ride this thing lower. Well, look at what happens. Once it goes red, right? We're bouncing around. You could say, hey, if we go short and it's red, let me ride this wave down, right? And then look at that, we're bounce right back to the breakdown and then just legs lower and lower. So, or if you miss that, the very first touch of the kickback to the line, like here, is usually a good short. So let's see, like if this may break down right here, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, and shoulders. If it breaks down and it goes red, maybe you go, hey, like right here, watch. Here's a watch this, guys. So this candle was blue, it's now red. Okay, it's locked in. It's not going to change, right? This line's not going to change. Now you could wait for a kickback and go short, and either wait for it to go back to blue, like stay short, okay, or you could just jump in here, and if it goes blue, you're out. But if your target's down here, and trade it that way. So, like I say, the more you watch these, the more you'll kind of understand and see the patterns. Like you could say, hey, let me short one here, that's short there. If it goes up, I'll add to it. And if it gets either above here or turns blue, I'm all out. That's it, right? Just trade by color. Kind of like this, right? You could have gotten short here. It went down, went all the way up, but it was still red. It didn't turn blue until this candle. And we closed right here on that candle. You would have just killed the trade. So you would have entered probably here and have a stop loss there, but try to pick something up. Alan, scalping is the only consistent, profitable way to trade recently, in my opinion. I can't get more than 4 points without feeling like I'm getting lucky. Now, listen, these markets are really choppy right now, so it's hard. Listen, this is why I do what I do. I got a friend I trained for about a year. Sat with this kid every single day for like a year. And I get we all have to make the markets our own, right? And that's why I tell everybody, listen, here's the foundation. Here's what to do. You go make it your own and try and make it better and figure out your own little system, right? Maybe it's 5 points, maybe it's two. If you want to mimic, go for it, but it's very hard to mimic somebody else because we will change on the dime and you need to be flexible. But with that being said, um, I told him that because he always wants like these big 10, 20, 30 point moves. I'm like, dude, sometimes the markets don't give you that. And when volatility gets crushed, and it stay just like right now, we're in a high volatility time where we've had high volatility for a couple of years. Remember, for a couple of years before, we had very low volatility where the VIX was between 10 and 14. for like 2 years straight. Okay, and the market would go up every single day, it felt like. Um, but it wasn't big moves, right? And it was really hard to make money. And this is where I'm like, listen, learn one thing, do really good. But this is what I learned was that works for me. Give me my 2 points. Now, when volatility is at the 14 VIX, yeah, I literally have a 1 point target. I've had to expand my target uh from 1 point to 2 points, and my stop loss to 2 points. But when the VIX is really low and the markets are barely moving, I'll usually have no more than a point and a half of a stop and 1 point target. So, but look at this. See how it turned from red, right? And you could have gotten short there because again, sometimes it won't give that kickback, and maybe look, take some off here, whatever. Again, make it your own. Now, another way of doing this is watch for a kickback, right? If price kind of rallies back up, maybe look to get short up around here. Like here, look at this, fell, same exact pattern, fell, and then we rally right into the line. Just put an order right at the line to go short, right? And your stop is and when the line turns blue, and maybe a 2 point target. So hopefully that helps. So like I'll probably maybe put a trade on if it rallies back up here and we get a bounce, but I'll be watching, right? Where's price can probably bounce right back up to if we go here, right? This is was major support, right? Multiple lows, look below and fail, rally, boom, failed. Well, if we go back right around the 75, well, guess what? Where's our 21 double moving average? Probably it'll be right around 76 as time goes, right? So I kind of like everything's lining up a little bit. And as time goes down, the VWAP, the 200 will start to sink, and X marks the spot for the treasure, right? We're kind of going on a treasure hunt where these two lines will eventually be right down here, and just magically the market will rally and everything will converge right at the same place. And that's where we would look to go short. Does hopefully that makes sense, guys, and that's helpful. I mean, we're way oversold on the RVI, but remember that thing could go lower. Right here, we're starting to do maybe a little divergence on the 1 minute, right? Look at this, look at this, look at this right here. Again, but we're in a very clean waterfall. Boom, boom. Keep going lower, right? Look for potential reversal candle, break to the upside. Thanks, Yoga. I agree. Very high quality education. That's me. Hey, I'm just trying to pass along knowledge. If you guys get one little nugget, that's all I care about. Makes me happy. It's my way of giving back. And that's what training's all about. It's like anything, right? When I die, I don't want to take all the knowledge with me. So so I'm going to be watching for this setup right here. right around the 75 and a quarter. Look at how we're coming down. If we could rally all the way back up, I really like this level. So here's another thing, right? Look at this. This is why I love this chart too, right? Look at the moves you could get. Yeah, you might get whipped around sometimes, stopped out, but if you could hold, you could get some big runners. But again, for me, it's not my style because I know exactly where to put my stop loss. I don't know where to put my target, if that makes sense, right? I don't know if we're coming all the way down here or if we're coming here or here. But what I do know, okay, what I do know is if I look for 2 points, I'm already out of the trade. Next, move on. Makes my life a lot easier. Now, real quick, see how we have a green candle? What this green candle represents is that the RVI is below 12. Okay. And it's special code between this RVI. This is a special RVI code with this study. I had somebody write it years ago where when we're oversold, I know we're oversold. It's going to show green, right? Then what we'll see is we might see a couple red candles. We might bounce up and then we might see more red candles going lower. Well, if the candles are red, then it's telling me the RVI is back above 12 and there's divergence. And let me see if I could find, like, here's a perfect example. See how we're red or green, right? And then we bounce back to red. And then as we make new lows, I visually know there's divergence here because of the RVI. Remember, when the candles are green, we're below a 12 RVI, I believe it, 10 or 12, I forget. Um, but then when we bounce, it goes to red, and then we make new lows. If the candles are red, I know we have divergence. So I don't even need to look at this. And what happens once you follow the waterfall? Boom, break to the upside. So I'm kind of going to look for potentially the same thing, right? If we could go a couple green, red candles and then make new lows, I know this RVI will be up here. We'll have divergence and then we'll just trade the waterfall potentially. Real quick, just want to say welcome to everybody. Thanks for coming in tonight. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, check out my website, daytrainfearless.com. If you are learning to trade, I have a video course there, 99 bucks for the course. This is what you get. Weekly trade zones every single weekend, and also my top 5 trading strategies. These are the strategies. So, but again, just thank you for being here. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, just shoot them in the chat room. What's going on, Aaron? Oh, also, just so you guys know, we're doing hyper scalping tonight. So we've taken 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser. We're up 62.50. We're using the big contract tonight. So, oh, nice. Good job, Yoga. So see how the candle's red? Right now, it's because of the RVI, right? So as the RVI gets back up above 10, I believe it's 12. I believe it's 12, and then if we get below 5, then the candle turns white, and you'll see it. Like here's a great example, right? High, pull back, and then as we make, but we didn't have a divergence there. Um, try and find a white candle. Here's a really good example. Actually, a few of them. So here, right? Here's our divergence from here to here. Here's another divergence from here to here, right? And look at the rollovers after we have them. So divergence here to here. Here's a divergence. You can even see it here, or if you want to go here to here and then here to here. So they're all over the place. But you just got to kind of learn and understand how these things trade. But if it goes white, that's what I was looking for is a white candle like this. Look how we're white. That means we're like below 5 on the RVI. I mean, we literally went down to 0 on the RVI, but then we have the bounce, but then here's your divergence. And because it's all red, we know we're way above and you could get long. So hopefully that helps. Makes sense. So here we're now red. If we now start to make new lows with the red, I will definitely be stalking it for a waterfall if we start to make new lows. And anybody that's new watching, we are using a 512 tick chart. Yeah, I think so. 512 tick chart's one of the best charts. If you want, you could use another variation of it is a 2000 tick chart, right? Same exact concept, but it's longer. Usually these are, I mean, you still see nice kind of divergences, things like that, but these are longer. But yeah, I really like the 512 tick chart. And Aaron, if you want, there's the chart, the 512 tick chart. Hey, what's going on, Scott? Thanks for jumping in, man. Hope you're doing good. So again, think of it as we just got to wait for the trades to set up. So remember that 75 level, 75 and a quarter, I think we said. Okay, earlier I was talking about that 75 and a quarter. We're starting to come down here. Right here are 200, the VWAP. We're looking for the treasure. X marks the spot. Kind of like it. So, so now what I've done is I've planned a trade, right? If we rally, I'm going to look for a short. If we go down, I'm going to look for the waterfall to start to form. And chances are it'll look something like this, right? Where, well, these candles will stay red, not green, and that'll tell us we have a divergence. Now, if I want to add something else to it, I can always add a trend line. Go here, or we could go here, right? Extend it to the right. But we'll see. Now, take it one step farther. Let's grab our Fibonacci extension tool and go from this low to this high, which is this entire leg, right? And let's look for some fib retracements. Okay, so now we have certain levels that potentially might work. So, um, Alan, our TA isn't that a bear flag? Look, I could show you 5 different patterns. Yeah, we got a little bear flag here, right? Here's our flagpole. And we got the bear flag, right? We got a M pattern, right? We got a shoulder, head, shoulder. Here's our neckline, right? I mean, stop me anytime, right? I mean, we got a bigger M pattern. I mean, I could show you patterns until the cows come home. Which one's going to work, right? I don't know. But sometimes if we just clean up the chart and we now understand we are in the waterfall. 1, 2, we took out that low. Look, it's a red candle. Where's our RVI? Way up here. We break back to the upside. This thing's probably going higher. Look at over here. Look at our 1 minute chart. Wow, is this not divergence? Oh my God, look at this. I might need to call the what you call it, the my mortgage company and mortgage the house, right? For a long on this. So I mean, look at this. Really? Dude, we just made a new low and we're still green. Take a picture of this. This is the perfect setup. This setup works about 9 out of 10 times. 8.5, 8 to 9 times that will go higher. And this will probably be that one time it doesn't, right? But this pattern is a very powerful pattern. Divergence, divergence, right? But we'll see. And like I said, now remember this. Keep an eye on this gap right here. It's 73. There's a little gap right there. Price will probably pause and pull right back that gap when we go back up. But look at this. Clean, clean divergence, right? 1, 2, 3, nice. Now, what you want is a really small candle down here. The reason you want a small candle is because of risk. Um, I find price action to be more accurate than pattern. Patterns have a tendency. Oh, correct. I agree with you, Yoga. I've learned patterns. They work about half the time, the other half they don't. But I do like patterns for drawing Fibonacci patterns, right? I mean, let's just take this here. Let's take this entire leg, right? And we're right here at the 127. Do we bounce and reverse and go up? Yeah, maybe. Do we go lower? I really like this. If we blow through this, I love this guy. But look at this, right? Good thing my mortgage company was, or the mortgage company was closed, right? Okay, this pattern didn't work, but we're still in it. But now it's starting to get ugly, right? But it's still there. We still see divergence, still see it here potentially. Yeah, agree, Scott. um, thanks, Yoga. So, yeah, watch. Like I said, look at how small this candle is right here, right? If this can continue to stay small, I love this for a break to the upside. But look at the 1 minute, right? Quadruple bottom. Yeah, we know those are not good, right? Quadruple bottoms, even if you bounce, the low's not in. So I'd love to see one more and then back up. Remember, we still have potential divergence here. Let's do this. 67. I'm trying to find fibs that line up with each other. I'll look at this. So this move right here, just this leg, right? Almost 200. So over here, our 1 minute just triggered. Maybe look for a kickback, right? The only problem, we have a double bottom. I want to see a 1 wick low. I don't like double bottoms. But again, if you want to try it, it's not bad risk reward. Remember, it's all about probabilities, right? Making lower highs, lower lows, right? Kind of this is our line in the sand, probably right here. Maybe one more push lower right to the 200 and then get the bounce. This might just be another failed move right here, right? Just boom, boom, boom. One more. Come right into the 200. Zoom out. Is that 200 match up with anything over here to the left? Yeah, kind of this low right here. Look at this. If I grab this low, right? Base, kind of turn around here, blow through, pull right back here, bounce, turn, take off. It's our very first move back into it. I kind of like this 60, 68.50 level if we pull back, right? Hey, Carlos, no, no position yet. I'm just waiting for the market to set up. Now, if you want, right here, this candle is about 1.25 worth of risk, right? You could look for a potential long on the break because we only have 19 ticks left, right? That need to go until we get a new candle. Our stop loss would go right below this low. You'd have about a point, 1.75, almost 2 points worth of risk, but maybe you could get to a one risk reward. Again, pick and choose your game, but this looks like a nice little reversal candle. Now, if we break higher, maybe look for an entry right here at 69.50, but we need to see a break of this candle first. Again, just try and talk you guys through what I'm seeing and the way my mind works, right? So if we could kind of break higher, now, oops, now we have that nice clean waterfall break to the upside with a nice reversal candle. But again, do we enter here and go long, or do we wait for a break, a pullback, and then go? Because I know there's divergence right here. I could tell you right now there's divergence without even looking down here because that's what our candles, this is what the special code is all about, right? The special codes when it's green, we're way oversold. We bounce, we're now red. It means we have a higher RVI, which is telling us we have divergence. Now I'm watching the 1 minute, right? We have our divergence. We're about to go green on the MACD. We have really no divergence on the stochastic, but that pullback, look at the stochastic, right? Barely moved, barely went down on that deep pullback. Boom, there's our break to the upside, right? So we've now broken the waterfall. Like I said, do you take that long or do we wait and then we're able to get a better manage of risk? Meaning, if I enter down here in 95, my stop would go to 68.75. I'm only risking 3 ticks. So the trade would look something like this right here, right? Yeah, pull back, fill, and then bounce. But because we're hyper scalping, I'm going to just look for a quick little pullback, try and get a tick real quick. So I think that, remember, it's a body, doji, right? Wick low, just to get me in and out. That's all I'm looking for. Kind of retest this level because this level right here is this same level here. Oh, you're welcome, Scott. So now I'm just trying to get one tick. Look, price doesn't even need a move. I got filled. I'm long one. I'm just trying to get out at 75. I don't even need price to move. I just need contracts to trade right here. Somebody come in and pick me up on the try and buy at the ask. So remember, this is our pullback. Look at our stochastic, right? Yeah, this ain't gonna be good. So, hey, they don't always work, right? So now we're potentially setting up for another divergence right here. So now I'm going to watch the 1 minute. 69 and a quarter. $68.50. So I'm gonna watch the 1 minute because we still have that divergence, right? If we break higher, but we'll see. So we're now at the 200 of that entire move. So 69. So if we break higher, we have our divergence, right? I'm playing off the 1 minute chart right now. If we break higher, I'm going to look for a quick pullback at 69 with a low stop. Not really, Scott. Really hard to do this with stocks. I mean, you can, but it's a lot harder. So watch. Interesting. 66 and a quarter. I'm watching. Watch this low right here on the 1 minute if we keep falling. So 66 and a quarter. So I'd love to see this make one more tick lower. I'd love to see this take a quick tick lower, have a one tick failure. I don't like this four tick, but kind of quadruple bottom. I don't think it's done going lower. So here's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a quick flush, clean this up right here, right? One tick and then reverse up. If it's going to get some traction to the upside, because there's really not a lot of selling pressure. Oh, good, good. And good job, Scott. I'm proud of you, man. So this on the tick chart, interesting, right? Move because that's a nice potential reversal candle. But again, from next candle, open, go lower, take out this quadruple bottom. This is what I don't like because this will keep it from going higher most times. Not all the time. You see double bottom, but a lot of times. But I want to see a move like this right here. It's hard. Do you take this long, right? It's like watching paint grow or grass grow or paint dry. So there's that low. Again, if we could reverse from here and get back up, oh, I love it. So we got about 5 seconds left in this candle. So essentially 69 is would be our entry, or if we do 69, wait for a quick pullback to about 68.50. I'm going to try and get filled at 68.50. So I'm long. We'll try with a stop low of day, but if this could get some movement, nice potential reversal candle, look below and fail. Stochastic moving up. I'd love to see this candle close like that. Come on. Two more ticks. Oh, here we go. And we're out. Plus 3 ticks. I'm out up 62.50. So I probably could have gotten more, right? But again, I'm just micro scalping. So um, again, hey, you're gonna have losers. It's all part of the game, right? But you gotta be able to jump right into that very next trade. And this one is for you, Yoga girl. Like you said, you had that big loss or whatever, right? Dude, you can't be scared. You got to jump right back in to the very next trade setup. Every trade is independent. And this is why you can't have those big losses, right? Because it'll mess with your mind and the psychology. Psychology is huge in trading. And if you mess up your psychology, it's going to ruin you. And like that, you saw me take what, point loss, right? But I was able, or 3 ticks or whatever. I managed my risk, but then it's like you jump right back in. Was that trade gonna work? I have no clue. I could have gotten stopped out and now been negative and given everything up, right? But I just trade the patterns that I see over and over and over. I talk about all the time. Look below and fail. I told you that quadruple bottom wasn't going to hold, even though we broke the waterfall to the upside, right? We had the waterfall, boom, broke it to the upside. I still said, I think we're going lower. We don't get this is not a typical pattern that you bounce from. This is. Okay. And when I saw this, and then I saw the break of the waterfall, that's what I was waiting for. And then I wanted to manage risk and actually buy on the pullback, which I got. And then I took my profits. So hopefully that helps. Again, was I scared? Hey, I've been doing this for a long time and I still get scared on every trade, right? I don't know if they're going to work, but it's a lot easier because I understand that I know where my stop is. Yeah, I didn't want to go negative for what, a third live stream in a row, but I'll probably call it quits in a minute and take my money and run. Like I said, what I made tonight makes up for all those other losses in the other live streams, right? So it's kind of like you've seen the best and the worst of it lose. I try and be as transparent as possible with everything and show you the losers, right? And it's one of those things that you understand the patterns. They're not all going to work, but when you get stopped out, over and over, sometimes you got to jump right back in. So hopefully that helps on the psychology side. Thundercat, how are you profitable with such a small play? Are you just going very heavy? Look, I'm doing one ES contract. I'm not doing the micros tonight. I'm actually doing the big contract, the ES. So every point's $50. So, and tonight I'm just micro scalping, looking for 2 or 3 ticks with very small risk on them. Yes, one long ES Thundercat. Yeah, I think I've had 2 losers and 3 winners tonight. 25. So, no, one, so I pay about four and a quarter, I believe, for commissions round trip, right? So $4. If I make $50 or one tick is 12.50, I'm only paying four and a quarter as a commission on that. So one tick, I'm in the profit. The problem is if you're doing micros, doing this on micros, it's you can't do it because even if you have low commissions, like a buck and a quarter, a buck 30, 40, whatever, one tick is $1.25, so it really doesn't work. You would need um, at least two ticks before you make any money. But on the ES, I only need one tick and I still make money. So hopefully that helps. So, okay, cool. Hey guys, I've been on for a couple hours. I'm getting tired. All that. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Don't want to give anything back. Take the money and run, right? Um, Before I leave, does anybody have any questions? Also, thank you to each and every one of you guys for being here. I appreciate this. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and most importantly, turn on the bell notification for when I go live. You guys will know I try and go live once or twice a week in the evenings. So I try and do the evening session because I tried doing it during the day, too hard for me to focus and do I what I want to do and all that. So nights are easier for me, and also there's no competition of other YouTubers in the evening sessions. So, but real quick, look at again this chart, and I shared it with you guys in the chat, right? Look at the trade by color, right? Remember, I said you could take this trade short all the way up here, or sorry, it was right here. I said, and you could have rode this thing all the way down. I mean, dude, you're talking 7 points, right? Just by this telling you when to get short. Like I said, you got to learn how to watch it, understand it, and things like that. But it's a very powerful thing. So. Okay, cool. Well, hey, thank you all again. Again, if you guys want to learn more, my website, daytrainfearless.com, I have a video course, 7 hours, and other my email trade zones and all that. So, but again, thank you, and I'm gonna call it a night, and we will talk to you guys next time I go live. Also make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for my weekly watch list that's released in 9 a.m. Vegas time um, on Saturday morning. So, cool. Thank you guys.